The man behind Indian Premier League, Lalit Modi, has thrown his weight behind Sahara in the fight with BCCI. Modi, on exile in England, told Times Now that rules were bent in 2009 auctions to benefit teams and players and to create a level playing field.
When we didn't allow Sahara or the other bids, actually they were not the only bidders, there were two other bidders actually we didn't allow, because there was a rule in terms of bidding, and bids had to be in on a certain time, and the bids were being opened in front of everybody, and they came in last minute, and we had to do there was a procedure that was not being followed, and that's why they were disallowed. It wasn't that they did not know about it, but everybody knew about it, and there were certain rules that were put in. I'm not blaming Mr. Srinivasan now in regard to 2009. I said that was my issue, and I take full responsibility for it. Similarly, I took full responsibility for the issues when the Pakistani players were not allowed, and I was arm twisted in that regard too. Kapu Kedra was the player from Sri Lanka which Chennai Super King had bought. They reversed that. They wanted that transaction to be reversed so they could buy Flintoff and get the full purse for it, because they had bought Kapu Kedra. Yes, we allowed that to happen, and we shouldn't have allowed that to happen at that point in time. In regard to Sahara issue, very clearly, when the two new teams came in, and there are minutes to the governing council minutes to this effect, I had proposed that all players should go back into the auction. All players then will be picked by teams because it's disadvantage for new teams coming in. I was overruled at that point in time by that president and Mr. Srinivasan at that point in time. And it's very clear that I had very clearly pointed out in the governing council, and it's minuted, that I objected to those minutes. If you want to look at those minutes, they're available on the website even today.